I think SDY is playing really well and recent form's looking excellent, but we can harp on about SDY as much as we like, but it's TMB. It is the cursed view model that many have come to hate, but it's working well for him as he gets the double. And Lele on the Julies. Finally, they make positional awareness, but it doesn't matter. It's a 1-on-5. It is on SDY, but he goes down. What a setup there from ECSTATIC. A great read there from TMB. The double boost up. A lot of dominance. I'm loving the setup already from ECSTATIC. They're quite happy to give Ence middle. They know that in a round like this, because Ence decided to full eco, there's going to be limitations in utility if they opt for AKs. Sira, he gets a freebie, takes down Casper. I like the idea from Casper, but obviously it's a big risk, and especially with that AAA setup, someone can just keep their eyes glued on Con. But it's going to be a play through B, 3 through apartments, and 1 making their way up short. TMB needs to find this kill, but Glaive surprises and finds. 4-on-4 now. I touched upon the fact that utility is somewhat limited here for Ence. Molly landing on the bomb site is going to deny that plant for a few moments, and that is going to be excellent here as we've got a double under. It's just whether Ence is going to be aware of this. So much damage to Netu, but still surviving. Christu, he needs to find this kill. He's questioning whether to elevate, but Sumda Young's also so low HP. This is all on Pody and Glaive. They've got to do so much work where they're trapped in the bomb site. They've got no space to work with, and in doing so, these flanks will come through. I don't really know what Sira's doing, though. It's going to be the same. It's devastating here for ECSTATIC. The second Nut goes down, it feels like they just give this one up. It's unfortunate because that double flank should have been perfect.
Those flanks would be fully optimized. They would be right behind in the apartment's position, but not to be on that one. Ence first gun round, it is a successful one. Looking a bit dicier here, though, as SDY is also being tagged up as Glaive falls early.
Yeah, a lot of pressure towards middle from ECSTATIC. They do take that control. Not fully, as it seems like Lele somewhat hesitant to swing on out. Not nice, sends the molly towards ramp, smoke as well, and now it looks as though he wants to peek. Casper decidedly backing away, but not before Sira finds through the smoke. Second kill for Sira in this one. And then Lele's taking all of this space now. He's slowly been creeping up middle while the conflict's occurring on A. And the problem is, Pody's just sent this smoke into window, but it doesn't matter. And Lele's so deep here, he can say to his teammates, look, they've dropped the utility, but it's all a waste. They're heading elsewhere. It's going to be a playthrough A and a bit of a fake here from Pody. The problem is TMB. He's in such an advanced angle. Pody will find him, but down to 14 HP, cannot continue. And Lele is going to gain this information. He can hear the steps.
Good setup toward the back as well. One Molly will flush these two players out. And Lele's already here before any contact has been made. Netu tries to strike. No kill secured. Here comes that Molotov. Players up the ladder. SDY being low HP still gets found from Sira. And just losing TMB, there's that valuable information from Lele. Kicking things off, they got 13-3, and I got to watch that. That was a pretty miserable performance from Ence there. They certainly did bring things back in this series, but it definitely does feel like they've had to work very hard to find themselves in this spot. Sira just getting around the corner as Kaspersky looks for the peak, but Nut takes him down elsewhere. Still advantage despite Pody taking down Nut.
Look, I've got to say, Casper is always looking to get himself in some cheeky positions and getting himself deep, whether it was that push towards Con or kind of early positioning there in window, but he's been caught off and taken down in many of these moments. Important kills coming through here. TMB can deny the plant, though, if he chooses to. We'll find the player towards top con spots. Netu in the clutch now, and Netu, a lovely 1v2 there. The fact he can isolate those fights.
That 1v2 could be something we all look at the end of the game and say, yeah, that probably kept Ence in this one for a little bit longer. Body taking the shot, not connecting it. It's a speedy play towards underpass. Glaive with the back 10. Perfect weapon to deal with it, but not ready for the two rifles.
Yeah, and with Nut finding Casper, things get really tough because the remaining players on Ence are so split.
So far, they definitely look like the better team, but two-man advantage again here. 27 seconds on the clock. Do see Netu find a double again, and now crunching the player on the Palace. SDY finds 20 seconds on the clock. Christu does get a kill back, and a 2 versus 2 is Sira just tucked hidden behind triple.
He's in such a good position. Pody can be isolated, and now the low HP SDY in the 1 versus 2. There's no time, there's no chance. The round gets very interesting there. Once we see those 3 kills come through, that was what, a 3 versus... It was a 3 versus 5 at one point, I want to say.
Not exactly having the start we'd want to see from Ence, but Netu, yeah, some of the impact he's had has been evident. Not fully blinded as the push does come through. Kaspersky somehow takes him down with a 180 there. Seen a couple of mad kills, mad finds. Seemingly the pistols are coming out on top. Pody caught in between two CTs with the smokes, keeping him alive for a little bit longer. Not all of these weapons have been able to be retrieved. It is only Pody's AK right now.
Yeah, it's MP9 on Netu as well, but TMB has to get this kill. He takes a fair bit of damage there. Nice HE grenade. Time is ticking. No smoke for them to retrieve. There is a Molotov that can be used for Ticket, and Lele going to send it now. Another flashbang on Lele. They need to try and isolate this player on the bomb site, but they're really struggling. I don't think they even know. And there it is. Netu gets one. 10 seconds on the clock, and Lele's going to have to stick the bomb if he wants to win it, but he can't. No time. And Ence, a very sneaky way to get themselves their third round. A fast playthrough A, but it's the kills from Casper initially that's so vital. SDY's out towards top middle. He's got two teammates progressing through under. Sierra's got to be very cautious here. The molly's now faded. Nutnut holding. Nutnut will get the first. And now Sierra realizes the only way to fight is forward. He will get one. Can't get the second, but Nutnut gets the trade. And the round goes the way of ECSTATIC with Christu finding Netu. Christu unable to save that AK, landing on top of the scaffolding. And we see it again in this round, but not from Netu. It's SDY. Aggressive in middle from Sierra. Casper's got to be cautious. Flashbang coming through. It is somewhat behind Sierra, and Sierra goes unnoticed. Glaive spamming through the smoke. This is all going to be about timing now. Sierra spots out one. Flash fading, and Sierra gets a second. Netu now maneuvering out of ramp, and Nutnut finds SDY. This round's gone completely wrong here for Ence. And it's all because of Sierra's aggression in mid. He's 12-4, Charlie. He seems unstoppable. Christu just spotted there towards Sandwich and needs to land at his feet.
Yeah, Netu's just been chipped away out towards Sandwich. The AWP's already been spotted from Nutnut. Netu will find one, not far off getting the double, but it's all on Pody.
There's a flank coming through from TMB as well, and Pody. Spidey senses are tingling. Nice shot from Pody. Now worried about the flank even more. After that shot's come through, TMB timing. Very nice there, Pody, assuming it's going to be a peek from the lower angle, but the elevated TMB can find it. ECSTATIC. They're not going to be aware of Anlele, surely not. His position here in ladder. It's not as though Ence have had too much confrontation in short, so Anlele to be an afterthought. Sierra, he gets a double here in middle. Sierra's been sublime. 14-5, and Casper, I touched upon the fact he loves to go for these flanks. He loves to get himself in the back lines, and this is where TMB's got to be very cautious. It should be a 3 versus 4 post plant. Casper lines up the shot. He wants to secure a second.
No!
Timing couldn't be worse. TMB, as he drops down, he finds 3. That couldn't be possibly worse. You know, Mirage could be played a little bit more pug. It could be played a little bit more off individuals, but a nice call, a nice rotation as Pody maneuvers himself into the bomb site. Casper here with Julies in hand. Swinging out wide to find Sierra, searching for the second, and TMB and the Julies not connecting as best as they'd hoped, but Nutnut emerges out of Palace to find 2, and it's now on Glaive and SDY to try and win this round. TMB pushing through this smoke. Glaive going to be spotted and found by TMB, and now all on SDY. Information gathered, a reposition on the plant, and ECSTATIC, they're in a 3 versus 1 scenario. SDY, he's not going silent. TMB trying to escape, will be able to do so, and now post-plant positions is all ECSTATIC care about. They don't need this fight. They're happy to let SDY survive, keep the armor into the next.
Yeah, there's no chance. TMB just with the reposition towards connector.
They silently snake their way up short, and with the sole defender being Glaive in apartments, I think we all know how difficult this can be. Bit of a missed smoke, but Casper found. Same with Pody and Glaive. Although he takes down Anlele and upgrades to the Galil, he's going to be forced back. Christu's got the bomb, though. This is going to be so difficult for Christu. Now he's getting crunched in on. Not only needs to find SDY, but the steps of Glaive have baited him in. And now the bomb under the control of Ence. ECSTATIC. The round was perfect, but for some reason, Christu, he doesn't go with his teammates towards short. He sticks around towards top middle. Goes back to T-Sport, I believe, to retrieve the bomb, and it goes so wrong as SDY. He's set up here for success. Glaive needs to be taken down. Not the best spray from Glaive by any stretch of the imagination. And now Netu progressing through under. Sierra seems aware of it. Obviously, Sierra and Netu, ex-teammates, both made big names for themselves under that Mouse NXT banner. Oh,
Oh, this is going to be really rough in Netu. Sira is just going to emerge behind any sort of cover. He can get himself set up. Netu starts to run now. The bomb can be planted. The question is, how quickly will Sira clock on that this is the play?
The fact there's no one towards A, the fact there's no kind of competition swinging from CT, swinging from Con, I think Sira's going to realise this quite quickly. Oh, he's so fixated. He's not prepared. Netu, he will win the round. Another clutch. Not quite as difficult as the last that we saw found by Netu, but they don't really have the util to fight it any longer. TMB, he's going to be re-clearing towards under, understanding there's the possibility of this, but going in dry towards ramp, that's a big risk, and Netu aware of his position, and Lele can find him. Ence go for an aggressive play. I don't know why SDY doesn't just send the flash for them. If we've got two players pushing towards ramp, firstly, Netu needs to swing and get the trade onto TMB, but secondly, why is there no utility with it?
I don't mind the lack of util, trying to get in the backline, trying to get all that info without Ence realizing you're there, with ex-Static, realizing you're there. The issue is, like you said, there wasn't really the trade potential. They were going as this pair, this buddy system, but seemingly more apprehensive about covering every angle rather than just sort of looking for that instant trade. So the spacing was a little bit off.
Carl, if ex-Static win this, it goes 11-7. The 2 rounds away from closing out Mirage. We spoke about kind of how promising and possible ex-Static will, be to take train. Ence have got to be thinking about this now. Look, we picked Mirage. If we don't win this, it's probably a 2-0. This round has so much weight to it. Obviously a 4-on-4, but still not going to be the easiest round, especially with Glaive as the solo defender. Oh, flash unblinding. Glaive can retrieve an AK. Such an important kill there. Both Danish in-game leaders love that position, but it's not netted much success for TMB, yet for Glaive, such a vital kill. Sira in the back lines. He could have a perfectly timed flank. Christu, though, finding Casper. Netu now worried. Yeah, he's got such great positioning. They've got full control of the A-bomb site. This is where Anlele needs to be a bit more disciplined. He cannot swing out here. He's got to keep himself alive. Smoke's been dropped. Pody's so worried about Sira playing behind it and potentially pushing through it. And again, Glaive. He got timinged in the last round by TMB. Might get timinged again. And Lele, not the best shots, but will connect. Now onto Pody. But as I said, this round...
Not really a lot. Has to concede this round. The call was great. The positioning from Sira and that mid-round. But you can see the fact that we see the player in apartments, the player flanking full, that just opens up so much room on the map.
They haven't been able to have that kind of benefit. Great HE grenade onto both SDY and Pody. And Lele now creeping. He's heard the jump of Glaive, and Lele, if he can isolate this fight, he can find this frag. Rotations are so far away. Discipline has been seen, though. Smoke fades for half a second, and that's where Casper strikes. Important kill to find. They've got the man advantage. Glaive now needs to be very cautious, but SDY holding the angle, and Sira, he knows now they're disadvantaged quite heavily. A risk is going to have to be taken, and it's shifting up connector. The Monte in jungle as well will really help Sira out because he can creep here. He can get himself out, and Christy finds through the smoke. Sira's got the information there's going to be another towards CT. He's heard the steps of SDY. Sira swinging to find one. Information on Pody. They know where 2 of these players are now, and Christu, he can keep his sights set towards jungle. He's aware of, obviously, CT. There's a smoke and a molly on Nut. Oh, Christy's in an excellent position now. If Nut can drop the smoke towards Con, just plant reverse.
When do these CTs strike? Christu, so much weight on his shoulders.
A lot of
ex-Static, this can't be the round that they win, surely. I think it's had so many chances.
Christy plays disciplined here. I think he wins the round. But he goes for the swing. He spots them both. Christu, he gets 2, and now it's on Glaive. A 1 versus 2. He can find the first. He's got a smoke. I believe there's a kit to be retrieved. But Glaive, a big clutch hit. And I think he's just going to play it, drop a smoke on the bomb and go for the defuse. But he's spotted before the smoke blooms. Nut finds him. And ex-Static, they take the round with no right to do so. 2 players pushing towards under. They've got the information. It seems like they want to progress here towards B, though, but surely they know there's going to be 2 more players in apartments. Why wouldn't you head to the A-bomb site?
Little 4-on-4 as the brakes are now pressed, slowing things down as Nut. And Anlele takes some deep space here. Look at Anlele. The position is so good. Poddy's going to push through. Surely just push through to his own demise. Anlele finds Casper's position is good, but Christu shooting at the drop rifle, just getting swung on there, and TMB, all they can do is watch, but it's still, it looks like it's going to be standing. It looks like they've done enough, but STY's XM denies for now, swaps to the AK, quickly finds down Lele and triples down to keep Ence alive for another day.
For a player that we know has such promise, it's unfortunate. Nice HE grenade chipping away at TMB and Nut. Glaive is in a good position. Oh, Sira can still find him though. That goes very wrong, and now an explosion onto the B-bomb site. Sira gets a second. 21 and 10 is Sira, but SDY puts him to rest. And Lele out the window. Flashbang's coming over, and Lele just being set up. SDY still searching though, and SDY steps to Herd, and Lele not the best of fights, and SDY it's all about delaying, but he gets taken down. Man advantage now, and we've got Nut on a flank.
Bomb is down. It's how quickly can ECSTATIC get set up into some decent post plants, and not quick enough, but Nut being held briefly by Netu, but Nut still connects. TMB, of course, it's him to find the final kill, and ECSTATIC, Fred, we do what we feared.
And what a massive upset it would be. Train is live. Take it away.
Yeah, look, I'm excited for Train. Personally, I haven't been able to watch much of ECSTATIC's Train, but I've heard rumblings and ramblings of why they are looking so good on it, but maybe not the best start as they lose 2 players towards A main. Already a bit of a quick fight. I think we've come to terms with the fact that a lot of these pistol rounds have that speed, whether it's towards B, whether it's towards Ivy, or obviously out of A, but a 3-on-3 now, and ECSTATIC, they back out of that A fight with their tails tucked between their legs as they're not too happy about pushing any further.
I mean, it's not that bad a situation when you consider, sure, they've used a lot of utility. They've used everything they kind of have, and they're now in this 3v3, but the fact they've been able to get away, considering they lose the first 2 kills and leave it as this 3-on-3 now, it's a pretty decent spot to find yourselves in, but it's going to be, what is this mid-round going to produce? Nothing spotted towards me just yet, but Netu with the USP at range does take down Chris, who he got the flank from Sira as well, from Glaive actually, sorry. As he does make his way towards Ivy, and Sira's time could be limited as he's in this 1 versus 3. Trying to use the elevation of the train to see if he can take down Netu, but Glaive, it feels like he's just delaying the inevitable here, but somehow Sira has slipped the net, made it towards the back of the bomb train. Netu taking this gunfight. Sira, the bullets aren't connecting on either side as he's in between a bit of a rock and a hard place, but still standing.
Yeah, now he looks to evade right into the hands of Pody, but able to get the reload in this 22 seconds. He's going to back away, but things get even harder. If he headed towards B, at least there's a chance, and slowly he'll make his way through. Now Sira struggling to connect the bullets in every altercation. It's so unfortunate. There's many moments where isolated fights have been given to Sira. Problem is, Casper is very isolated, and now he's trapped. TMB, he's tucked in here. Glaive might look to send him in, but Casper, a great find onto Sira there. Still can't evade as he's being held, but a good start here for Ence. Not only do they get the mad advantage, but Christy's been chipped away at. Oh, I quite liked the idea of that. Sending these players towards Pop, but in fact, just waiting for Casper to join Glaive here. And TMB, be a little bit more cautious. It is going to be this playthrough upper. TMB. Oh, SDY finds Christu. That's the A main player falling, and now Netshoot, although alone, we can see some speedy rotations. Found though, timing's excellent. Fan Lele out in the open is Casper, but denied by TMB. Down to this 3-on-3, and the Molotov thrown towards Connector. It's going to keep the scout of SDY silent. Pushing through his Pody, Glaive in the backlines, and Lele can find though, and aware of both these players' positions now, and Nut, a great reposition. Glaive pre-firing, but cannot find. SDY with a wide swing, but and Lele takes him down, and ECSTATIC, they put their first round on the board here on the T side.
Does get punished and allows those 2 quick kills to come through from ECSTATIC and find themselves in a really great spot, and no hesitation in terms of taking this deeper space and sending players in to find picks. But a 1-for-1 trade early doors as TMB's Molly onto SDY gets the trade back.
It leaves such a difficult task for the A players now because they're playing so heavily on the back foot. They don't have much utility to deny, and that's why Netu is going to go searching here. Glaive spotted as well, and the spray transfer from Christu should put this round the way of ECSTATIC. TMB is slowly creeping. It's an important kill to find, and now with the delay of the aggression from ECSTATIC, It's a 2-on-3, and they don't have knowledge of Casper. Oh, missed shots from Casper, isolated. Nutnut swinging out of upper and will find ECSTATIC to secure their second now. And Pody, it's all about whether he can save here, but a brilliant round from ECSTATIC. I think the biggest issue as well is Ence really have struggled on their T sides. Obviously, we've seen 9 maps of it played. It's not as though it's, you know, a small sample size. There's plenty to look at. Christu, great find there onto Pody.
Slow things down, but Ence util start to figure out where they are. TMB is going to go probing towards A. He does get taken down quickly by Casper, though. And this is the angle that Netu likes to play. I don't know if we get to see it. Has just fallen off. It's a great angle where you can spot the players coming out of upper. They don't see you whatsoever.
Ooh, Sierra fortunate through the smoke. Another rotation from Casper. Casper can double down. No trade come through yet. This is disappointing entries and trading here from ECSTATIC. What a massive mistake there. They pushed through the smoke, unexpecting of Casper, but there was so much utility they could have sent. They had flashes. I don't really know why ECSTATIC kind of looked to push down so comfortably. Obviously, they get that pick onto B, and maybe they just assume, well, that's going to be it, but
still money good enough for ECSTATIC to have a buyout in this, and here is that double ult that I mentioned, SDY, wheeled in the secondary. And this really turned things around for Ence in so many of their games, just giving us so much more stability. Bodydog will find one to make it this 4-on-4. TMB's in a really awkward spot here as TMB pushes the smoke, but SDY sneaks into the corner with the AWP, and both AWPers already finding a pick.
Yeah, look, completely unaware of SDY's position. Netu, he spots the run out. Already on the bomb side though, and Anlele, such an important frag, and now retaking with this double AWP could be somewhat difficult. Obviously, we know the long sight lines of Train, but it's a question of whether ECSTATIC can keep themselves out of said sight lines, and they've dropped a couple smokes to help them out. And Lele, speaking of smokes, he's going to push on through. Could find Pody very comfortably here. Pody having a look back, and Lele creeping out. Pody never to be aware of this. And it's all about how long Christu and Sierra can delay for. This round is all for Anlele. And he spots them both. Surely to find them both. Missed shots from both. Sierra to clean it all up. And ECSTATIC back to winning ways here. Ence, although they had impact early doors with that double AWP.
Like we mentioned it on sort of the desk, Glaive can call a great T-side on this map. Sure, it's not exactly the same map that he probably really dominated at times, but some things never leave a player.
No.
I think if they can get 6, I still have that glimmer of hope. I'm just worried if they get anything less. B&B trying to catch a timing. It has been spotted towards the camera position, but fluffs his lines there onto Casper. Sierra doesn't merge and get that trade at least.
Yeah, with Pody finding Anlele though. Man advantage back for Ence, but it's been taken away. Molly on the back of the bomb site. SDY. Lovely from SDY. He emerges above the smoke, completely catching off Sierra. And obviously securing Nutnut as well. An important round for Ence.
Netu again is forced to play further back towards B.
Casper loves this angle. He loves playing close towards Olof. The problem is, Sierra's going to send the Molotov. And this is where Casper, he drops the smoke. Bit of a spam through. He will find Nutnut. TMB trying to get fast, but the flashbangs there are excellent. Sets up Glaive perfectly. And now Sivera spots out SDY. Not the greatest of spray, and Glaive can now look to fight. Although he's low HP, right within the eye of the storm, and it's all about taking attention away, but Glaive finds with the USP. It's now 1 versus 4. Missed shot there from Pody, but SDY close enough and quick enough to get the trade. Obviously, it's about the prospect of finding much more. Do have this double AWP, and Netu peeking very fast here. Surely not to expect him, and Lele will get one though. And Lele jumping round. Netu, as said, unaware of, but TMB close enough to trade. That isn't the B defense's finish though, it's Glaive. Looking to refight here. Casper as well, crunching from Pop. Casper finding this pick, now unaware of Glaive. ECSTATIC, they've got to make their way out towards A now, and they will. Molly coming through, Casper swinging into it. Taking a fair bit of damage, going to be re-mollying. They're aware of Pody, but the question is, where is Glaive?
With Pody going down, it gives so much room for ECSTATIC to play with towards O-Bomb. It leaves Ence guessing even further. The 6th feels concrete at this point unless Casper and Glaive dig them out of a really tough spot. And this is the issue on Train, even the new or the old one. There's so many angles to clear out, and it does take a while to do so. 1-for-1 trade, not want to directly fight Glaive, not give him a chance into this one. And just make things difficult. Glaive won't win the gunfight. The Galil takes him down, and ECSTATIC do level things up on the T side in the first half. 6-6 is the scoreline.
He is going to make his way up Pop. He's got a teammate in Anlele just moments behind. And timing could be perfect if TMB looks to peek, but the flash is excellent. Blinds them both. What is that? What a T-side pistol there. Aware of the crunch coming through. Sierra will get one. Christu now on the P2000. He can find 2 kills himself. Aware that Glaive's here towards A. The bomb's down. Maybe not fully aware. That was crazy, though.
They probably are able to spot all those Ence players, take some gunfights, maybe catch off 1 or 2 of them. Great pistol from Ence, though, and it is this force buy for ECSTATIC, and Ence finally the opening kill.
Yeah, already difficulties for ECSTATIC in this one. Christu, though, he fights back, he finds SDY.
He already used all his utility to delay. Now I'm going to see if his team can get here in time. Casper bought in TMB, but not able to connect the bullets. TMB can survive for a little bit longer.
How is he still alive?
Still alive in oil.
The triple Mac 10 swing, though, not easy to best, and now all on Christu. 1 versus 3 now for Christu. Scout in hand, he's spotted out 1. Oh, great shot from Christu. He can now retrieve an AK. Bomb to go down. A real chance here for Christu, and he maneuvers his way forward. He's got to be ready for Casper's swing. Surely not. Casper will get a 3rd in this one. Casper's having a really important game here on Train.
Spoiled a little bit too much with certain players like Donk, believing that these 18-year-olds are ready for the highest level instantly, but some of them certainly do need a bit of time to nurture, and it does feel like that's where Casper is still a great player in his own right, though, and unfortunate there for ECSTATIC. Christu did everything he could. Great scout shot to net you.
Oh, nice from Christu. He will be able to get 1 here. Sierra close behind Electric. The 3-on-3 here. Sierra finally shows his hand. Taken down by SDY. TMB tucked away towards Hell. Glaive holding for a flank. Nut. Once the smoke fades, SDY's got to be very cautious. Oh, his leg's been spotted. Jumping round is SDY. So cheeky there. There's nothing Nut can do. I think SDY might just go for the same approach.
I mean, TMB has a chance here. Look at the HP of these final 2 players.
Certainly
They need to be cautious. SDY does survive the initial bullets from TMB, and 4K from him in this round.
That could have got very costly, that. TMB, if he finds SDY, it's a very easy 1v1. And the finances as well, not perfect here for ECSTATIC, but Casper so fast out of A main can deal with Christu, and Lele will take him down, though. Presence towards Ivy, and Lele's going to drop the smoke, but SDY peeking in front of it. And that's a perfect argument between the AK and the M4. Both hit the headshot. The AK far greater. SDY with 2nd AWPing on the CT side. He's been gifted the big green by Pody because of his health. Man advantage here for Ence. And this is looking like a complete repeat of what we saw on Mirage, yeah. But the other way around. Ence now just 1 round away from potentially getting themselves into an 11-6 scoreline.
Ence have spotted nothing.
Yeah, the questioning as to where these players are. Surely they've got to have a slight indication that there should be a player in.
I don't know if they're going to the
Hot
bomb
dog.
plant.
Yeah, I'm not too
But
bothered.
the
They're
Molly
definitely
should
gonna
give them
yeah.
that.
And now they double back. There is a defuse kit on TMB. TMB's got to be very disciplined here, because if he goes down, not only is it going to be so tough for the kit to be retrieved, but obviously that's life lost, and there it is. Pody found. It's just going to have to be the save. It's so tough.
Should be able to save Christu's AWP at least.
This could work really well. Bomb coming through. Christu alone. The Mac 10 surely to overwhelm. The jumping Mac 10 from SDY. SDY's been so excellent here with the Mac 10. As we said, it is just the half buy, but I love the speed that Ence go for there. A perfect read, a perfect call.
Yeah, calling to be very solid for Ence on this T side. Great decision. It feels like Christu's been shut down twice without any sort of chance to respond.
Again, though, it's because he's playing these really deep angles. Ence clearly want to get kind of on the mark early, whether it's a fast play out through A, whether it's just sending someone down B. This is where surely ECSTATIC need to identify, if we play on the back foot, if we save our utility and just look to play kind of, I guess, a little bit more passive, they're going to have so much more success. But when you see the AWP trying to get posted up on an early angle...
Weapons in play, Christu's still on the AWP. It's now or never, it's do or die.
Again, it's this fast play here out of A. So much damage taken, and TMB. Lovely double. SDY will get one, but it is just an A main play from all 5. TMB able to get a quad kill in this one. And Ence, they won't be finding their 12th yet unless if Pody can win this 1 versus 4 on 1v3.
Yeah, definitely want to see Nut come alive as well.
Yeah, really tough
You
game for Nut.
doesn't feel like you can rely on your in-game lead again, a quad kill every time you need a round.
No, definitely not.
We really do need to see ECSTATIC dig their heels in and just stop what feels like this unstoppable force of Ence right now, as they are pushing closer and closer to this finish line.
Ence, they are as close as they can be. What a statement it would be, though. Nice flashbang coming over again. How are ECSTATIC not ready for these fast plays? SDY with a double. Great flashbangs over the top from Glaive. Pody spots out and Lele, and we'll find a 2-on-4 now. It's going to be so tough. Nut. Trying to isolate these angles, but they're not the easiest to work with. Pody progressing. So is Christu here, though. Worried about Pop. He needs to have a slight look. Glaive tucked in the corner. Christu takes a gamble. And Ence can take their time.
You can even just send someone out as a probe if they want to get this intel of Nut, but no need as Netu connects the bullet to the head. A lot of their games have been some slugs to get through in terms of just slowly getting round after round, taking your time with it, but one step in front of the other, and it feels like that has been the motto of Ence through this playoffs. And it looks like it might be the same situation here. And Lele does get a kill back on SDY as the booster Pody finds the opening kill, but 4 kills away from Ence. Not from taking this one.
Oh, TMB, great information. He now go for the flank. Will find Casper. Pody to join his teammates towards B. A rotation's been seen. Christu spotted. Christu on the scout, misses the tag. Nut will find one, though. Christu eventually connects, but so does Glaive. He gets the double. It's a 2-on-2 now. Molly thrown towards deep, and Lele's going to drop the smoke so he can creep on out, but it's all about this flank. Cody's wary of it, though, but TMB can find. And now all on Glaive, all on the in-game leader. Most experienced player in the server to win this clutch, to push Ence to that 3rd map. Glaive, he's got 45 seconds to work with. Worried about upper, and quite rightly, as that's where TMB will be peeking from. And TMB, I love the discipline. Doesn't want to take the fight straight away. Knows it's not the easiest of angles, and he's just got a split second to work with. Takes the pot shot and backs away. Prepped for an A play here, our Ence. And Lele, under pressure. Next you will find one, but TMB, he doubles. Again, the in-game leader for ECSTATIC steps up.
Casper being spotted there and makes his way closer towards A main. Casper, the information's being relayed. Christu's ready, finds a triple. And that's more like it. Someone apart from TMB having a big moment.
Casper sends that molly and the HE grenade because it's all to deny any pop dog control. But the problem is there's a molly, there's nades landing towards him. And I think that's where Casper, he's taking so much damage. His death is all utility based, but out of upper they come. Nut. Needs to connect the bullets, not the best of sprays. He can get one. Can't double down as Pody emerges from lower to get the double. Sierra, though, does take down Glaive. SDY He's close by, and he's looking to get the flank on Christu. Christu's never to assume, but he realizes split-second decision-making. And Christu now, he spots out Pody. Pody needs the 1 versus 3, but the flank from TMB. ECSTATIC, they will get themselves 11, but thankfully for Ence, they get the bomb plant. We know his aggressive tendencies on the CT side. We can think back to Mirage of how many rounds he looked to get right up in the face. Christu. Zero will get one. Now just drops the smoke to try and back away, but he's holding the angle. Netu fortunately can find. HE grenade lands straight on the head of Casper.
It looks like it's all going to come down to Crystal on B. Still playing towards upper. Any push through the smoke could catch him off and lower. If they push through, Crystal is a dead man walking, but he's able to find the kill firstly and back away.
And now he just needs to survive. Rotations are going to be coming through. There's 2 pushing through Connector, and Lele still holding on A, but the bomb going down now. Christu posted up, spots but misses. Fortunate there. Pody needs to find. Fluffs his lines initially. Christu somehow still alive here. Elevated up. Netu gets one, but Christu finds the low HP Netu now in a 1 versus 3. We've seen some big clutches from this man, but I don't think we'll see another. To overtime, surely where we're heading. Christu just taking attention away, and there it is. ECSTATIC. They push to OT. 5 in a row required on that CT side. Obviously, on the side of ECSTATIC, we've got Sierra, we've got TMB, Crystal all around that 20 kill mark. Pody wanting to achieve loads here as he pushes out early towards A, and Lele gets the trade though. It is TMB, it is the hero of those last 5 rounds falling. Still a 4-on-4, but Ence to maneuver their way out to A. No one will see this, and Lele's felt the force of the bullet, still alive for now. Crystal on the ult though can find Casper. He's going to drop the smoke to try and create a little bit of tension here with this A aggression. 2 players that they might look to elevate. Netu, is he going to be prepared for this? Certainly not. Sierra can creep on closer. Wow. Netu just below this. It's all on timing. Sierra is even going to check this. Surely not. Oh, it's so awkward. He will find one, and Sierra secures the second. Trying to get off the boost, but Lele finds as well. It's so touch and go with that boost. Netu.
No presence is made. Ence think it's finally safe to get the bomb down. And it really is fine margins in this one, but ECSTATIC continue this streak.
Oh,
and
the triple
instantly,
nades.
Wow. Casper removed. I mean, Ence have done great at finding these opening kills out of A main. A bit of a taste of their own medicine as Zero looks for more. Wants to take down Glaive and Lele in the meantime towards top. And a flurry of kills come through from the CT side as Pody's AWP gets a measly 1 kill back and brought down to 12 HP.
Look, it's a great way for ECSTATIC to deal with this A main aggression. It seems like in every single round, whoever has the best spawn for Ence, they are sent out to A, and their sole goal is to go 1-for-1, at least. Yet here, it's the triple nades. What can you do against those nades? Absolutely nothing. Casper taken down, but a great round from ECSTATIC, and it was aggression everywhere. Yeah, look, Nutnut's had a bit of a tough time here. He's going to go for the early upper peak. I don't think Pody's going to be ready for this at all. Nade coming through. Pody holding, but Pody, an easy shot for him.
It's just a bit late. You throw the nade very slow to actually go for any sort of peak afterwards. Pody finding and Lele as well, and this round is falling apart quite heavily for the T. Sierra's behind everyone.
What is going on? Sierra is in the back lines. He's deep behind enemy lines. Glaive is going back to retrieve the bomb to head towards B. Christu just needs to survive.
He spotted out Pody, so should be able to take Pody down if he does get any more aggressive.
Oh,
will
Zero!
do so. Zero finds a double. Surely this can't be how. Christu into the smoke and out towards A. TMB taken down by SDY. A 2 versus 2, but the bomb's still under control. And Christu's in front of the flames.
SDY surely not going to be ready for this. Christu needs to peek towards A main, though. Sierra is holding. SDY, back turn. Sierra spots the shoulder. He will find SDY. It's a nice attempt. Netu now in the 1 versus 2. Only needing 1 on their T side.
Is the positioning of Sierra,
13
though,
seconds
is how
as well.
open that A-bomb site is.
There's 8 seconds.
Pushing
There's no
through,
chance.
he's got to plant this bomb. Sierra's taking it down, and Sierra has done it alone. Pody's going to be watching this, right, and saying, I've just got 2 opening kills. I've given my team such a good platform to take this round, and this one Dane in your screen. Pody's AWP shot. I would have so much info if he does look to peek on out. Spotting nothing's there. It's going to be hit out towards A. Casper finds one, being brought down to 18 points of health, and the trade does come through quickly.
TMB so fast here, though. Already made it onto the back of the bomb site. SDY behind the smoke. Man advantage here for Ence. The tag from Pody. Yeah, the bomb's still in A main.
That was the kill that Glaive got. I didn't process that. Taking down Christu there, and then the bomb goes with him.
There's a flank, though. Nutnuts behind Glaive. Whoever checks this corner. Oh, Glaive swings into him. Excellent there from Glaive. Taking a page out of Sira's book. Finding the bomb carrier. TMB gets tagged there. Oh, Glaive already crosses back. Gives something for TMB to work with. I don't really know why Glaive's swinging there. Pody posted up on the AWP. Will find. And now all on Anlele. 1 versus 2 now. Needs to retrieve the bomb. The steps are going to be heard. Oh, he gets the knife in the smoke. Attempting again. Anlele pushes through. Netu will find him, though. My, oh my. What a turn that round could have had. Yeah.
But he's the one to kind of get a bit of payback there, but still 2 more rounds required. Christu going for an early peek with the AWP. The smoke landed down in his face. No vision to be able to spot out Glaive. The spam with the smoke is good enough. Sira will get to find Casper.
Takes a lot of damage. Yeah, not the greatest of sprays from Sira that somehow still surviving. How has he been allowed to kind of creep his way out of that?
Make his way out. Now looks to pounce.
Sira creeping through Ivy. Pody finds one. They're aware of TMB as well. Netu can find him. Anlele maneuvers his way out. It's all on Anlele now. He can get the first. 1v4. Gone 1v3. Pody posted up. Missed shot. There will be a flank from SDY. Tap of the bomb here. Swinging out left. Oh, how's he not been spotted? Tap of the bomb once again. Glaive elevating up. They're just playing with their food. Waiting for SDY to rotate in. 15 to 14 now. Ence here for the, we're just along for the ride. Netu very fast here again. He loves this type of play. Christu posted up deep. An attempt to deal with Pody. He gets the tag. Netu will be able to get one. No trade seen yet. And he can try and back away. Missed shot from Christu once again. TMB now searching. Sira is out here towards E-Box. Sira can escape the spotlight of Casper. Great find from TMB. Sira with the missed shots, though. Casper capitalizes. A 3-on-4 here. A lot of damage has been dealt to both Casper and Netu. I don't know how Sira's not found more there. I thought he'd creep on out. Oh, SDY is in a perfect position here. Able to get one quick trade from TMB, though. On the back of the bomb site is the low HP Casper. A molly to land at his feet, and Casper, oh, in fact, he's deep towards camera. Bit of trickery there on the mini-map from my part, but still man advantage for Ence.
Bomb does get planted. There is a player in Pop Dog. Right now, the positioning of the 2 ECSTATIC players is dicey, but both towards heaven have both been spotted here as well. Now Netu tries to end the round on his own.
And the shots from Netu baiting Glaive massively. Ence, they push the second OT.
Ence's turn to remain on the CT side now, so maybe they can be the ones to get the 3-0 lead in overtime.
Yeah, Molly nade combination to deal with Netu's aggression. Christu, though, finding great opener from Christu. SDY just tucked away here. The hopes to find an aggressing Christu, but discipline seen here from ECSTATIC's AWPer.
You haven't got to see too many sort of direct AWP head-to-heads. Both AWPers just sort of been getting picks elsewhere, but finally get a chance to see it, and Christu coming out on top, giving the early opening kill to ECSTATIC here.
Rotation seen from Glaive. He was bolstering up the B bomb side with the utility coming out towards A. Glaive found from TMB. TMB spots another. Casper so low, and then Lele gets the trade. SDY spotted as well, I believe.
No, the teams are quite split. It gives us a chance for Ence to start to pick apart what is this offense, but in the meantime, ECSTATIC takes space out on B. They get the bomb down before Netu can deny.
Christu finding Netu. SDY is going to attempt this one, obviously, but Sira is going to be in excellent position. He can kind of weave his way into Con. 1 versus 3. Full HP on all remaining ECSTATIC players. SDY taken down by Christu. That great post-plant positioning, and obviously they had the contingency plan of Sira, but not needed. That should be done, surely.
think we've had a lot of surelys in this game and been proven wrong, but Kaspersky.
Yep.
Timing's great. Takes him down. SDY as well, like you said, finding Christo.
And Lele, is he going to disrespect this smoke? SDY's still here towards Ivy, and SDY giving an easy kill like that. Nut. Can't be offering himself up that easily. Sarah might fall as well. SDY, a great triple here on the second AWP, and Casper seems destined to take down Lele here. And he will. Excellent that. A great round here for Ence. Early nade sent towards main. Bit of an upper play here, in fact. Casper, though, can take down Sarah. Netu timing his peak and catches Lele off guard. Missed shot from Pody, though. Lele, how is he still alive? Lele gets one, and he looks as though he might find more. TMB might look to push out of pop now, but how has Lele survived? He had util in hand while jumping around the corner. Both an AWP and a rifle were posted on the angle, and he somehow gets a kill and backs away. It should never be happening. And a little mistake like that from Ence, it's given ECSTATIC a chance in this one.
Just that lifeline that they might need in a round like this. SDY with this AWP onto Christo. Missed shot, but allows Christo to get posted up. And Lele does find a second onto Pody. He takes all this space out on B. Christo finding SDY.
Casper, though, rises to the occasion with the double. Now onto this 2-on-2, and it's on Nut and Lele. Casper to rotate towards the B bomb site. Glave's on this backstab. He's in a perfect position to flank. Does the spot out Nut. And Lele steps to Herd. Glaive gets a freebie. And Nut now in the clutch. A 1 versus 2. Here's the steps of Casper. He's on the back of the bomb site. Tries to isolate, but Ence will prevail. Huge round from Casper there on the back of the bomb site. Excellent to find too. It could be tough for them. And ECSTATIC, we know how strong their CT side is. Obviously, Ence love to make these early plays towards A main. And here comes the nade. Pody, though, posted, will find one. Although blinded. Very prepared. TMB will get the eventual trade with the HE, but Netu finding Syrah. And Syrah, this pop dog aggression has become far too easy for Ence to realize. Christo. Flashbang comes through. SDY attempting to find TMB. Important fight for TMB. Remember, Charlie, on this CT side, it was TMB doing a lot of the work, and he's found 2 of the kills here for ECSTATIC. He's leveled up the playing field.
Smoke down towards Pop Dog, smoke down towards the B ramp. And Ence, looks like they were regrouping there. SDY just selling fake steps that no one is going to hear. But it is going to be potentially a fade through this smoke for the T's. And Christo and Nut looked ready for this, but push through the smoke. Nut started to clock on that this is a chance. Finds the first kill. It allows Christo to get potentially something in this round, but the volley forcing him back. Nut able to drop off into relative safety and doubles up. The player who's been so quiet this game has found a double.
Yeah, excellent there from Nut. As you said, look, he's had a really tough time, but we've got Pody creeping, Christo on the angle. SDY gonna send the flash. Great find from Christo though. Pody, an attempt to jump backwards past the shot. Bit of a spam coming through from Netu and TMB. Syrah finds Casper, and Lele deals with Glaive. It's a 2-on-5 now, ECSTATIC. They can push the map and series point once again. SDY is going to look to push through. This is Syrah. Surely spots the gun barrel, finds the frag. It's all on Netu.
Bombs dropped in A main in Syrah's control. The Frenchman's got a 1 versus 5. Only 5 points of damage has been dealt so far to anyone on ECSTATIC. I mean, this one is going to be 18 for them. It's going to be another chance to close this game out. Ence have had plenty of them in regulation. ECSTATIC being all of them in OT.
Ooh, nice from Netu. He finds 2. Taking a fair bit of damage for his successes, but
it's just the util getting dumped out. They know where he is. They know the bomb's dropped. They know they've got 30 seconds. What chance does he have to even be able to get out? Being softened up through the wall from Nut just slightly.
You can send the HE grenade now as well. And Lele will confirm the round. ECSTATIC now with another opportunity Here it is, Ence. A minute and 45 seconds that's going to feel like an hour. TMB early aggression can find one. Pody taken down, but Netu, an important trade. He's not gone quiet though. Syrah prepared for this. Previous teammates, but now opponents, and Syrah prevailing.
And Lele's by Syrah's side as well. Syrah is actually looking for the peak and finds it!
In the Molotov, through the flames, the Phoenix emerges. Syrah, what a moment. And as we said, Anlele's here as well. Casper not going to be ready for this peak. SDY will take him down though, but it's a 2-on-3 still. And SDY has been chipped away at. Casper now wanting to have his moment. SDY found, but it's all on Casper. A 1v3. He will find the first. Aware of Nutnut's position. The bomb is still dropped though.
Let's have this 1v1 for now. Nutnut holds the spray, he fumbles it, but picks it up at the end. And our first finalist has been confirmed, Fred.